Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy this conversation with Trace, Blaze, and Zach, three hungry and driven high schoolers in small town Pleasant Hill, Missouri. In this conversation, we talk practice makes perfect, and everything wrong in your life is your fault.
Struggles you're going through with?
It's just like how I sound physically when
Right.
I rap, but that's the only thing that I could really think of.
Is it something you can fix?
Yeah, I've been working on it.
Mhm.
I think it definitely is
Right.
because I've been like,
Then,
Do you
yeah.
have any way to listen to yourself though?
yeah, because I could record it through my gaming headset into my PC.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was gonna do that.
And then, okay, so I mean, like, and that just comes with skill, which you know. I don't need to tell you that it takes 10,000 hours for. Now I'm just quoting like Google articles.
Yeah.
It takes 10,000 hours of like honest practice
Yeah,
to master something.
Yeah, I can tell you, Blaze, that it took me, like, through all these years, like, finally this year, after being in choir for 5 years, I know how to use my voice. And I can say that confidently.
Like, with skating for me, like, for a
Yeah.
while, I just didn't know what I was doing, but now, like, it clicks really easily.
Yeah,
A lot easier than it did.
it just takes time.
With a, oh, we got time. We got lots of time. With a camera, I didn't know how to properly use a camera, and this is where I lose all my business too. I didn't know how to properly use a camera up until like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And that was at like 9.5 years, 8.5 years. Now I'm at 10 years, and am just now kind of figuring out like, okay, this lighting goes with these camera settings, and
Yeah,
This
like,
is
I'm
that.
always learning stuff.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
And like you never stop learning stuff until there's stuff that Snoop Dogg is still figuring out that he didn't know like yesterday. Like when you get up to the level of those guys, it's a little like far and in between, like those like aha realization moments.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still there. So I'd say like big things is one. I'm freaking proud of you guys because Trace, nobody has, like, I've never seen somebody your age with, like, the skating skill that you do, and, yeah, like, ever. And Blaze and, what's your name again?
Zach.
Zach. Blaze and Zach, to remember that. I'm sorry if I ask again.
No, that's fine.
Blaze and Zach, like, you guys are one in, like, a million high school kids that don't want to go to work for McDonald's and that want to have a career that's more meaningful.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
got,
like, the biggest thing for me is I'm a senior, so I'm like, I've been thinking about this a lot. It's
Yeah.
going through my head like crazy.
Yeah.
I need to do something.
Yeah.
You know, because if I don't now, I'm never going to.
right.
Like, I'm gonna eventually give up.
Yeah.
So like, I need to get it done and
Yeah.
going. You know.
But no, like you never see people with your guys' drive, or at least they don't make it that obvious, like at your age.
Yeah.
When I was your age, kids were still making fun of me for wanting to be a photographer. Like it was disgusting. Like I remember back in middle school, kids like spitting in my face, saying like, "Oh, you're not gonna amount to anything."
That's some lame shit, though.
Yeah. No, those are like the same kids, and that like they're like, oh shit, Patrick is a photographer and like he's making more money than ever. Like money isn't a driving factor, but like oh he's a photographer, he's making more money. Like years later, and they're like, oh hey, can we schedule a photo shoot with you? And you're like, oh, if I can get you in my schedule,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I want to say like also have a if you are angry at the world or whatever, let that fuel your drive to like be something, but don't do it to get back at the world.
Yeah.
Do everything for you guys. You rap for you. You rap for you. You skate for you. You skate for that like half second when you're in the air and you're like, this is fucking crazy, but like my mind is clear.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Did I hit that
'Cause
right?
yeah, I know what you're saying
yeah.
too, because I skate too. I've skated
You
along
do?
with. Yeah, I skated with.
When
like,
do I
we
get-
started skating together.
When do I get to do pictures of you?
Whenever you want.
All right.
Man. I don't care.
Well, the next time all three of you guys are hanging out, call me up, and if I'm free, I'm gonna come out and do some skate pictures.
All right.
But I don't know. So yeah, do everything for you, and know that if you guys don't do anything, it's on you.
Yeah.
If you
That's what I
if you
would
wake
say,
up in
really.
10 years and you're not a pro at whatever you do, it's not to blame anybody.
Yeah.
like that's the crazy thing about owning a company, is there's people under me, but they get to go to bed at night and they sleep perfectly. Where like me, if this fails, it's on me.
Yeah.
Which like that's crazy. So.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to that nice little 5-minute snippet of a longer conversation with these guys. Incredible talent, incredible drive, stuff that it's very exciting to see nowadays in a high school crowd, something I never really saw in my 4 short years of high school, even though I am just a couple years removed, I will say. But just a couple points to wrap up this video is, one, to start off with, practice makes perfect. People get so caught up in trying to be the best of the best. And there's an element of that creates mastery, whether it's rapping or cooking or, I don't know, being good at math or whatever you do. But practice makes perfect. And just, it's all about making whatever it is that you do your lifestyle. So if you rap, it doesn't matter if you're working at McDonald's or some desk job, you're a rapper. And a second point is, whatever you do, make sure that you're doing it for you. People get so caught up in doing something to get back at their parents or for the big "I told you so" or to prove somebody wrong. And people get too caught up in it, and I feel that's what a lot of the times keeps people from getting big. And so make sure that you just do it for you. And when, like in this case, the case of these kids, if you're skating, skate for you, for that moment where you're in the air and just your mind is clear and all you have to do is worry about landing the trick. Or if you're rapping, taking your message and passing it on, not just to do it for the Instagram post to get back at all your friends. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Go into 2019 with a drive and passion for mastery, and just to have an awesome year. I implore you guys to live every day for happiness, and an awesome life will come from that. I always talk to people about, this is the time of year where you have a lot of people just wishing the year to the grave as a loss. And I implore people to live every day as an amazing day. And by the end of that, you've had 365 days. And in the off chance that we'll say 15 of those don't turn out like you plan, you're only out 15 days, not a whole year. So, anyways, long story short, I'm done talking. You guys have an awesome year. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out for more stuff like this. I'm always having conversations with awesome people, and I love sharing the message and everything. So you guys have an awesome year.